Mike, Sports, Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. Will Fred VanVleet be a Philadelphia 76er if James Harden leaves and goes to the Houston Rockets or whoever team he goes to? In my opinion, skedaddle. Hasta la vista, hasta luego. If you want to go, then go. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel because I'm going to talk my talk regardless of how anybody feels. I'm not hating on James Harden, but I'm stating facts. I'm not saying James Harden is not better than Fred VanVleet, but if I'm not mistaken, my bull Fred VanVleet, my bull Fred got a championship in 2019 with Nick Nurse. See, I'm putting two to two together. Fred is talking a lot like he might want to be a 76er, and I'm putting two to two together. James Harden wants a max deal, and I don't think the Sixers want to give him that max deal. So I'm just thinking, interesting. In my opinion, Fred, the overall player right now, is better than James Harden. I know that sounds crazy. You're probably saying, nah, bruh. Nah. You're probably saying, nah, bruh. But I'm looking at it like this. When it comes to playoffs, when it comes to big moments, Fred is clutch. Fred is not scared of the moment. He's not that far behind when it comes to stats in the regular season. He averaged this past season 19.3 points, 4 rebounds, and 7.2 assists. Imagine if he had Joel Embiid to pass it to. How many more? He's a very good passer, very good facilitator. I'm not saying he's a better passer than James Harden. But what I will say, he's a pretty darn good passer. And a lot of those assists that James Harden had was to Joel Embiid. Just keep it real. So replace James Harden with Fred. That's a pretty good darn passer himself. Them 7 assists is going to be 10, 12. I'm trying to tell you, easy baskets all day. He's a very good passer, and he's not scared of the big moment. He's not scared of the big moment. He won a championship. And I think that it will be a good look for the 76ers. If James Harden does leave, Fred is the perfect point guard to play alongside with Tyrese Maxey because I'm still not sold on Maxey being that facilitator. I think Maxey's more of a 2 than a 1. But I'm not underestimating Maxey, but I'm just not sure he hasn't had that full opportunity yet. And maybe he will this year if we don't get another point guard that has a big name. He possibly can be that number 1 point guard, be that point guard that facilitate. But what I was seeing in the regular season in the playoffs, he's just not a good passer yet. Not saying that he won't be, just not yet. But yeah, Fred is definitely a straight up baller. Like I said, he won a championship in 2019. He was undrafted, by the way. That's another thing. For him to be undrafted and to get to where he's at right now is amazing. So we want to cheer him along. Fred, I just want to say an applause for you. Thank you. You're doing a real good job, my brother. Keep doing what you're doing. And he owns the single game points record not only for the Raptors, but also for any undrafted NBA player. He scored 54 points against the Magic in 2021, and Fred VanVleet was named to his first NBA All-Star game in 2022. So he is an All-Star. He definitely is a baller. He's not scared of the moment like somebody that we know as Philadelphia 76er fans, and I'm going to put Joel Embiid in that category. He's not scared of the moment. Nick Nurse, Fred can instill that championship. That they're going to instill the winning mentality. That's what we need. We need a leader. We need a leader of a coach, and we need a leader on the court like Fred to be like, yo, Joel, I know you good. I know you're the MVP. I know you can do all these step back threes. I know you can shoot the mid-range jump shot. We can do the pick and roll all day. But can you roll to the basket and try to get a dunk or a layup? Something more aggressive to get the other team in foul trouble because that pop, like you shooting mid-range jump shots over 6'7" players is just like, come on, man, you 7'2". We got to be more aggressive. But I really think that this will be a good move if the Philadelphia 76ers choose to go this route. And tell me in the comments below, do you think this is a a a clapping moment? Should we go for Fred, or is this a no go? A no go?
Nah, bruh.
Is
Nah.
it a nah, bruh? Nah, we don't want Fred. I think Fred would be a good piece to be on the 76ers. I like Siakam. If we could somehow get Siakam, there's a few players on the Raptors, man. Nick Nurse is definitely the atmosphere has changed in Philadelphia ever since Nick Nurse has came, and this is just another rumor. I'm not saying that Fred will be on the 76ers. I just want to know y'all opinion. What would you go after Fred if James Harden leaves, or will you try to get a bigger name like Dame, try to do a sign and trade with James Harden? What would you do? Leave in the comments below, and as always, thank you for vibing with me.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you vibing with me. If you're a Philadelphia 76er fan, like and subscribe.
And I'm out.